Well, I can't get over how little, like how much of a little kid Wilson looks like right now.
Why'd you get rid of the
It's
beard?
wrong.
Don't worry, Dave.
man.
Give me
He's-
2 weeks and I'll outgrow
I know you
you.
should see me. My
Beautiful beard.
cables actually worked.
My beard's all disgusting right now. You don't want to see it.
Hey, Dave, you may want to look behind you.
Shut up, dude. That was scary. I can't play that game. It's too spooky for me.
We'll probably go with Dave, then for like all the topics, we'll go with Dave, Enemy, then Yoichi.
Okay.
Alright, let me I'm gonna close out TeamSpeak, or I'm just gonna make a new channel.
Don't make it an obvious password. Everyone can guess it.
Shh, it's an obvious password.
Okay. It's probably like his name. Everyone, just go do that right now. Let's see if it's his name. Alright. We all good?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
good.
I should open the topic list, shouldn't I? Seems reasonable.
Oh, and there's stuff about there, just don't be rude. That's basically what the top part is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yo,
sure.
Dave, that was too easy.
Oh, it's too easy. Did you really? Oh god, it was such a simple password.
Did he put password as password?
Shut up. Maybe I did.
Alright. Do you guys want to go?
I'm an NA player is the stream name.
Yes.
Wilson.
That's a beautiful stream name, Wilson.
I'm an NA player.
Come on, man.
Diamond NA player.
Diamond, guys.
Yeah.
Get it right. Wilson's a god. We all know this. Did it win Player of the Week? Still a god.
Yeah, that player of the week stuff was rigged.
It what? No, it seriously was rigged. Like I think
All right.
Wumplebuff rigged the vote.
Wumplebuff got 1 vote.
Tried.
Yeah, but he
Definitely tried.
Alright.
Technically, my boy Darshan won, but you know.
You got that 1 vote for Darshan. Zion Spartan gets a vote even though he's not in the fucking group.
So we ready to do introductions now?
Yeah, you said you're starting with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do I just go ahead and start, or do you guys do something?
So, as most of you guys know, I'm the host of this, TCS Insight. My name is Simram. Here to unveil my co-host, WilsonJones. If you want to say hi, Wilson.
Hello there.
The direst hello there.
Awkward.
You can take it away with the introduction.
Streamer. With my high tech.
All right. Well, I guess I'm Dave. A lot of people know me. I hope a lot of people know me. I guess I coach and I manage 2 different teams. As of right now, I just kind of mostly manage. I kind of been sick for the last week, so I haven't really been able to do coaching stuff. But as of right now, we got 2 teams, 2 platinum teams. I'm coaching with a kind of a full staff going on situation, just kind of overall type stuff. But other than that, I'm a gold player, so I have a lot of knowledge and I know the game pretty well. So I'm pretty chill. So
He just has the mechanics of a 4-year-old.
yeah, I do have mechanics of a 4-year-old. So from playing all those turn-based strategy games.
Final Fantasy 7.
What was that?
Turn-based RPGs and shit. Back in the day, everything was a lot slower.
Alright, Enemy.
I'm enemy. I guess I'm a plat player. I'm That's my elo. It's plat, and I'm in a plat team with Peaches, Captain Kimchi, QR, and Neo. And I've been mentioned before from you guys. Just,
Beautiful introduction.
woo.
Alright, Yoshi, you wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm the captain of formerly Ascended, or Team Ascended. We just changed our names to Illuminati Black. So I'm the captain and mid laner from them, and then Dave is one of our coaches and analysts. So I'm part of his whole crew, and then so is Wilson. So that's what we do.
Did any of you guys participate in Domo's 2v2 tournament a few days ago?
No, I watched it though.
No.
I watched like the first round of games.
Watching. I was like sick, but I watched a few. The Ebola strike was my favorite part of the entire thing. I was just like every time Rengar was Rengar was played once, I believe, and he just every single time he's like Ebola strike, and I was like, God damn it!
I was really sad that Draven and Rengar didn't win, especially after the Ebola joke.
Are there any comments you guys want to make about the tournament?
I thought it was really funny that everyone tried to like cheese it, and the guys who ended up winning and just ran Thresh Lucian like a standard bot lane and just played it out
every single
right.
time.
Yeah, they like it's super easy. Like they played it like they picked a strong lane and they won with like that. I know Prez and Dev picked Xerath and Janna, I think, and just tried to like cheese them with that. Didn't work out well for them.
I heard they were trying to go farm lane. I don't know how Janna Xerath is a farm lane, but I don't even know what type of lane that's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, what is it? I know for a fact, like Janna, if you go like straight AP, she does like she's nothing but farming. So it's pretty. I mean, that's pretty much what they were wanting to do. Like, I watched Seraph when he streamed a while back, and he used to play Janna mid lane, and he would come out of the lane with like 250 CS at like 20 minutes. I'm like, how is that even possible? It doesn't even make sense. But he gets it done, so I was like, all right, that works. So I mean, I just think that they just didn't play efficiently to how it should be played in a sense, but no. It was still a good idea. Like I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like I remember I watched that game and I was like, yeah, they do. And they went the double teleport, which was really smart. But like it said, it just didn't work out for them.
They lost by like 2 CS, which
Yeah,
isn't bad.
close.
They did really well.
They
they
definitely
did do
beat
pretty well.
themselves. Like they could have done a lot better. So.
I just told you they did really well. You're not supposed to contradict my point. God.
I didn't see that in the instructions. My bad.
Oh, sorry. Do we need to add that in there?
Yes.
By the way, this entire
Sorry.
thing is scripted to make myself and Wilson look really, really good.
That's fine. I'm also busy ordering a pizza for my grandmother because she came busting in here with money and a thing to be like, order us pizza. So,
Dominoes.
oh god, if only.
Do you guys have any predictions on which teams or players are going to actually come out and, I don't know, be noticeable, I guess? I guess that's a good way to put it.
Personally, like, I mean, of course, because I coach two teams, I expect both my teams to do pretty well, especially Illuminati White. They've what's the best way to put it? They've definitely improved a lot over the last few weeks, so I expect a lot of good results. Another team that I feel like is going a lot of unnoticed, and this is just through the Platinum League because I don't really look at other leagues, is the Corsair RGB. From what I understand, they run a lot of tourneys, they just play tourneys like every weekend. Like they do go for lulls and other stuff apparently. I don't know if they still do it, but for like every time I'm like, hey, you want to scrim? They're like, oh, we're doing a tourney. I'm like, all right then. So it's just like, like teams like that play tourneys like that are probably going to exceed. That's just for our group. I mean, like gold. I've seen a few gold players within like in-houses are pretty good, but I mean, I haven't really been able to see team-wise. I mean, we really haven't been able to scrim lower level like teams such as platinum teams and stuff or gold teams, so I can't really like comment on those divisions because I'm not a platinum player. So
You got any of you guys want else have something mentioned? Enemy Yoshi Wilson.
I think, I mean, I've only scrimmed Wilson's team and I think 8-Bit Warriors. So they had, like, when we played them, they had really good synergy. And that's a team with Kurosu, Shinaide, Ari main. So, I mean, it was pretty impressive. Once they got ahead, they snowballed really well. I think they're going to be really competitive. And then as far as, like, in-house goes, I'm a fan of Kamaflare. He plays really well. So I'd expect him to bring out the Katarina. And
if only he was on a team, though. We found out today he's not even on a team, and he'd never even signed up for the draft. So he's just kind of like here, and we're like, yeah, you go, Camouflage. I mean, I love the dude. He's so laid back and chill, but he kind of deserves to be on the team. But I mean, I guess he never knew about the whole draft option of like the whole draft thing of T-Law. So I expect him to do shoutcasting in the future because he was pretty good with I think he did with Anson or
Yeah, he did with Anson one time.
yeah, he was pretty good at it. He was a little like shy about it, but you know, people will get better at that.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only experience I have outside of, like, in-houses are the people that you see a lot on, like, Reddit and in the TLO room, like, people who stand out and, like, are involved in the community. So, like, I'd expect to see a lot more from those players since they're probably the more motivated ones.
Speaking of being shy, Wilson, you have anything to add to that?
Well, I mean, what Yoichi said pretty much described me, so I don't know if I have to talk.
Oh, okay.
Did you just go, like, AFK and do your hair?
I feel like I'm probably the most involved, one of the most involved at least, players, because, I mean, I can be quiet, but it's usually because I'm listening, but when I get hyped up or, like, pumped up about something,
probably don't want to show
you
your
don't really
credit card on
get
screen.
you don't really get from chat, but like my voice, like I'll start yelling and stuff. So if we ever play in-houses and we get hyped up and it's not really late and I'm not afraid of waking people up in my house, then you'll see not so shy.
Not so shy, Wilson.
Not so shy Wilson.
Just gotta get him into it, because then he like, once you get Wilson rolling, he never shuts up. Like, I mean, after we were doing scrims yesterday, he probably talked for like 30 minutes straight about like everything in the world.
Everyone talked for like a good 3 hours straight, more like it. That was an intense talk. But yeah, I know Wilson gets he gets into it. Especially when he starts doing poorly. I'm not trying to hate on you, Wilson. When you start doing poorly, you get into it. It's fun, but you know, you're like probably the most emotional player out there when it comes to like just straight up in-houses. Like no one else in in-houses is like really serious. Most like when I play, I'm just like, all right, time to play in-houses and play whatever I want to play because that's how in-houses work. So like, you know, when it comes to anything but that, it's interesting. Like anyone like I don't know anyone else that's like that serious about in-houses.
Hey Dave, did
like
you see Wilson cry?
Wilson cried. That's a new one. Wilson cried. I missed it. Damn.
No, I didn't cry.
Are you sure?
No.
Where's the proof?
Yeah,
There's no proof that you didn't cry.
Exactly.
Come collect my tears, because otherwise there's no proof that I did.
So tasty.
Okay. Enemy, do you have any predictions?
I expect it to be a good season, I guess, for the teams. My team personally really hasn't scrimmed that much. Like, we've really only done Wilson, and then I don't remember the name of the other team. We've only scrimmed 2 teams, so we don't have that much experience in scrims this season. But from what I've seen in in-houses, I expect it to be fun.
I'm pretty excited for the season to start and see like the culmination of everybody's like preseason training because with the extended preseason and like everybody getting a lot of time to really build synergy, these teams should look a lot more cohesive than just like a solo duo, bunch of dudes who signed up and got thrown on a team. Because we've had so much time to work together and evolve. I mean, my team's been through like 9 roster swaps, and now we're changing team names, and we have a coach and all kinds of stuff.
That sounds kind of hectic.
It's stressful.
It's been stressful on me. I'm trying to like manage 2 different teams, and I had to pull in like support staff, and I mean it's been interesting. I mean, of course, I have no power. Like I'm just kind of like there as their motive. Like it was kind of funny because in between 2 of the games when they were scrimming, like one of the teams lost, and I like went in there and I was like, time for a motivational speech. Next thing you know, they're all like fake crying on top of me, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I'm leaving now. But it was, it's just like shit like that happens with teams, and it's interesting.
All right, do you guys have any topics that you guys wanted to discuss on this show? Anything that you wouldn't bring up that you would think that would be beneficial to talk about, or anything you were interested in?
The one thing that came up was the days for games, the poll for Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. It looks like a pretty even pick so far between everybody. Or at least this week's results. Like it's 48 for Friday and Saturday and 42 for Saturday and Sunday. So, I mean, what are your guys' opinions on that? Where are you voting and why?
All the games on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a player, so I don't really have an opinion. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I feel like it should be like between. All right, so you just tell that, like, say this team X team has to versus Y team, and you basically tell those teams, all right, you have to play between Thursday and Sunday, and you give us the results, and you have to like play those 2 games, and then, I mean, that's just that, and I mean, it should be the team's decision, like they have to like schedule the games, because I mean it's pretty hard to like put every team like everyone onto like the same schedule. It would be hard for a lot of people, so I don't know if it would be worth it to be able to just put everyone on the same schedule, because like I can understand maybe like doing 2 days and then having it where teams pick the times, but I think it should be between like a set amount of days, like from like Thursday to like Monday. They're like, okay, you have till Monday to basically play this team, and then that's that. I mean, I can kind of see it being bad because one team might just continue dodging times until the last day and then say that the other team. I mean, there's ways around that, but I feel like it should be pretty strict. And I mean, if teams are going to want to play, they're going to want to play. So there shouldn't be a reason why they wouldn't be able to do that.
I think it'd be pretty cool if we did like gold on Friday nights, platinum on Saturdays, and diamonds on Sundays, or maybe diamond Friday night because of the amount of teams or something. Because gold, I think, is the biggest league with 3 groups of like 8 teams or something. So you probably want to give them the biggest timeline, but then like you can give the viewers a schedule to see when shit's gonna go down. They're like, all right, all my friends are in gold league, so I'm gonna make time on Saturday to watch them play.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the way they're going, like how LCS every, Saturday and Sunday, they always play, like, those 2 days. So,
yeah.
I think they're trying to, like, build it more towards a schedule for viewers than for players, so they can get, like, build a viewer base up, and then actually get some exposure, so it's not, like, just TCS players watching these or any other content that's put out by the people of the community. So,
I mean, that makes sense. Like, I guess if they want to like do that, and I kind of like once I think I like Yoichi's idea of having it like Friday, like each day is a set league day. Probably that's mainly because like, but you also gotta keep in mind there's 3 groups for gold, so not everyone's going to want their game streamed, and then not everyone's going to be able to play on that certain day. So I guess if it's like, I guess the best way to do it would be like, this is kind of just off the top of my head, like 2 games in a sense of 4 teams would have to like submit saying we want our game streamed on this day at this time, and then or like have like some type of like all right, we're gonna stream at this time on this day. If you want your game stream, you submit your thing, or like submit your team name or whatever, or your game number or something like that. I mean, like, I wouldn't really know how they would fix that up, but
I think it'd be.
if that makes sense, like that way they have set games being streamed in a sense.
I think it'd be easier if they had like, oh, we're gonna stream during this time, and then if you want your game streamed, tell us, or fill out this form so we know who's gonna be lined up. So like the teams that either can't or don't want their games to be streamed, at that time, then they can go play and then just fill out their report and then just send it in on who wins.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things for season 0, it's going to be hard to do that. But like when this season ends and the next one starts for season, I guess 1 of TCS, what they should do is try to make it more exclusive, so they have 10 teams in each bracket, and then you can set a schedule for like times for viewers, and that way you can build an audience around it. And then if the players sign up for that team, they just have to be able to meet that time commitment, or have a sub that can meet it. And worst case scenario or emergency or some shit, like maybe you can switch a game around or postpone it, or that game might not be streamed, but you'll still have 6 other games that day.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything to add on that topic?
No, I'm good.
Do any of you guys else have any other topics that you guys would like to bring up?
Or like just anything that you want to see like in the future of TCS, like what you want the league to look like?
There's always the organization gripes. Like I feel like they bit off more than they could chew when they started, but what they're producing has turned out to be really awesome and like a really strong community. So, it'd be cool to have like Kettle on, I guess, Insight every week, so you could kind of just like sit here and like pound him with questions, so to speak.
He's definitely doing a lot of work. Like I sent him an email last night, and he was on this morning. He's like, yeah, I'm going through all the emails right now, and like he responded really quickly. I mean, granted, I sent it last night, but he was probably like asleep or some party or something. It was Halloween, so I didn't expect like a immediate response, but he definitely got up this morning and did as much as he can. I mean, especially since the deadline was yesterday, so it was definitely definitely was a good improvement of. Like you said, like they definitely bit off more than what they can handle. I feel like they definitely need a little bit more help, but they're doing what they're doing, and they're doing it well. Like I haven't really seen too many complaints for what they're doing. So
yeah, Kettle seemed like a massive party animal. Last time we had him on here.
The college student.
I was gonna go to a Halloween party last night, but Ebola kept me from doing that.
I was gonna say, don't spread the disease.
I had a great Halloween.
Yeah, let's not talk about your Halloween. I know where you went.
PG-12.
But yeah. Was crap.
One thing that would be really cool for like TCS to do is, once we get some traction and I guess grow a little bit, it'd be cool to like try to grab some of the pros or like some of the higher level players and have them on and like have them talk about stuff and like analyze games and have like guest casters and analysts. Maybe you can grab like a semi-famous like Diamond 1 guy or get like Trick to like commentate a game or something. It'd be really fun.
Trick to totally do that. even though in my view he's only like a silver level player, but let's be real, it would be interesting. I know a lot of, like I know this is like a stretch, but like hitting up like tournament staff for like Riot, they probably would be interested in like just like not overlooking like running the thing, but they would probably be interested in just like coming in once in a while and be like, this is pretty interesting. like a lot of people are down to do that, especially since this is off season. Like a lot of pros and a lot of people that are like out there doing stuff that's when they like during the season they would be like super busy. Like right now, this would probably be the best time to be able to get people like within like the higher up community to come down and help people out, or even not
Especially
even really help. Yeah.
You got all the pros right now just doing like random rank 5s, trolling each other, like the Thresh crank and all that stuff. So I mean, like, we can probably, if we could get them to read our emails, they would probably, give up an hour just to like fuck around and boost the stuff, and that'd be like a really good way to like help the league grow and make it more competitive, and like really make it like an amateur league. It could be something great. Not that it isn't great already, but it has like a lot of potential to go up.
I think the key to that is actually starting the season so that they have something to talk about / commentate on.
Yeah, because I mean, you can only do so many insights without a league. Like, you can only speculate so much. Like, I think this guy's going to do well because he's played 700 games on fucking TEEMO.
I don't think there's any TEEMO mains out there.
Let's hope not. No one wants to see
No one wants to see TEEMO.
If I see a TEEMO pick in or if I just see a TEEMO pick at all, I'm just gonna cry.
Someone's on your team's gonna pick TEEMO now, right?
Wilson's just been practicing it in solo queue, and I'm just gonna see it first game. TEEMO pick.
Useless character mid lane. If anything, it would be Meeble top lane.
No, you're gonna pull the C9 high, pick it up first game into fucking Super Week in the summer split and beat TSM.
There's only like one or two characters that TEEMO can beat mid lane, and that's Zed and Yasuo. Like any other champion, just dumps on him. So
incoming. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna play it, aren't you? Call it right now.
Oh. No, we're gonna try and hype it up this episode, and then they're gonna try and play it against me, and I'll just dumpster them. Play Syndra.
You play Syndra.
Don't even have to use like WER, just Q TEEMO to death because TEEMO does no damage.
Yeah,
he does tons of damage if he gets ahead.
If he gets ahead, like any other champion. give any other champion a lead, and they're officially ahead.
I mean, we had a dude in the in-house, one of our friends, his name's Feedly, and he actually hit D1 playing only TEEMO, because he would just go TEEMO top and split push, and he went from, gold 3 to like diamond 1 in a season playing TEEMO, and it's kind of funny.
We should talk about Dev's TEEMO and that game. I don't know if anyone watched that game or played that. That was interesting. Me and Dev, the only one that weren't feeding on our team. That was a fun game. I love in-houses. But we lost because we had Satan on our team, a.k.a. Dev.
Dev is Satan.
Everyone knows Dev is Satan.
Before we move on to the last topic, last chance for you guys to bring up any topics of your own that you guys would want to talk about.
I honestly want to see more gold players within in-houses. I feel like it's just all the plat players now. I mean, like, we see them here and there, but like, I like seeing like, one lobby, but I mean, we don't always need like just one lobby for in-houses. We can run as many as like 2 or 3. Like it doesn't really matter. Like it's just a custom game. So like if gold players like, go in in-houses more often, like that would be interesting to watch. I mean, like, and another thing I've always seen is like teams are always stacked in in-houses, and I feel like that's just because we make them stacked and then we just start it anyways, and then like I'm always the deciding factor if the team is stacked. If I'm on the team isn't stacked, but if I'm on the opposite team, then the team I don't know what I'm about to say, but either way, like I want to see more gold and silver players within in-houses. It would just be interesting to see. Because it would be fun to watch a gold player beat Wilson in mid lane. I don't think it would be possible, but it would be a miracle. That guy would be considered a god, and we would all know him as the Wilson defeater, Wilson Slayer.
I think that actually brings up a pretty good point because it's pretty hard to get silvers and golds interested in the game of in-house games when they come into the lobby, and even if there's a diamond or like plat 1 on their team, they see they see me, who I'm Diamond 4, and they're like, I don't want to play this, and they leave right away. And it's like, there's nothing I can even do. Like, I don't even have time to change over to their team, so they don't have to play against me. They just leave the lobby. So it's like, I don't even know if we should just like separate the in-houses, like put silver and gold in-houses, and then platinum and diamond in-houses. But like, I think it's really hard for those players to get in-houses, because if any of them actually are brave enough to play the in-house, they usually, sometimes they do well, but like they usually get stomped. Like they usually just lose.
Are you saying that I get stomped all the time?
I mean, like,
Ooh.
Yes. Sometimes. I do want to bring up something that Apricot. Yeah. I do want to bring up something that Apricot sent me. A Goldheimer did beat Wilson's Fizz once. Let's be real. There was a Gold 5 versus came in and played Heimerdinger and beat Wilson. Yeah, but you lost to a Gold. See, he was Gold though. He was Gold.
Plat 5
but he was Plat 5.
He's one of the Plat teams we scrim against.
God damn it!
I was in that game.
Apricot lied to me.
Coach are you?
Apricot lied to me. He told me a Gold player beat you.
Apricot
Oh my god!
My
source was wrong. Oh, he said Plat 5 is Gold. Same thing. It's not.
Plat 5 is gold. I'm basically
okay.
gold. I can't even touch Wilson in lane. It's super frustrating.
Alright. Let's move on to our community question.
I got an interesting question for you guys. I like post season or preseason. I mean, what do you think is the most important thing for a team to be working on going into their first season? So, like, it could be communication or morale. Like, what do you think is a key component for a team's success in TLOL?
Sorry,
any of you can start.
Yeah, well, Enemy, why don't you start with this one? Because I feel like I have a lot to say on this one, so I'll save my...
For that, I would say teamwork. Basically, the team cooperating together and communicating and making decisions as a team instead of just the solo queue ideology of everyone for themselves. Working with a team, it's different than solo queue because you have other people that you need to communicate with, and the other team's going to have that aspect of working together.
So how would you expand on that? Like, how would you actually describe to someone to work as a team rather than solo queue?
Practice. That's mainly what it is you need to know what your teammates think and how they play to be able to work with them and be able to play with them as a group. And trust is another thing. You gotta trust your teammates.
I think that's huge. I think like 99% of like failed plays come from one person making a call and then two people executing it and the other three going to do something else. And like you get split and then you lose a team fight and lose a tower and then, it just snowballs from there. So like even if that player makes a bad call, if they're your shot caller, you just gotta like follow them in. Like the trust is huge. So, and then like if you don't trust your shot caller, then you're gonna make him question what he's doing.
Or if you don't trust your shot caller and hesitate at the beginning, or like if he makes a call to go in and you hesitate, then that'll put you behind everyone else on your team, and your team's just gonna get blown up before you can even get into the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot. Like I'm super aggressive, so I'm like, all right, guys, we're fucking doing this, and I'm like walking, and I'm not paying attention, which I probably should, which is probably like part of the reason I'm bad, but no, like I'm like, all right, we're taking mid tower, and I'll like walk to it and like start fighting it, and then 5 enemy team members show up, and, one dude's off getting red, and the other guys are on their way, and it just doesn't happen as fast as possible. And like part of that is like me not being completely map aware, but the other part of it is like people not moving as soon as the call is made. So like really executing and making those calls at the right time and then trusting him it's going to be big. It's going to be like where you win or lose the game.
Teamwork and shot calling are probably the biggest two thing. Like, it doesn't matter what you play. You could play like straight meta picks. Everyone plays meta picks, and you guys could still lose. And then you could play something like Warwick top, Malzahar mid, Leona support, and just go for like this super cheese strat and have actual teamwork and win the game. Like, it just doesn't matter what you play. It matters more if you can actually listen to each other and like actually have the team, like the team fight, like teamwork to actually play together. Because like Yoichi said, you can be like super aggressive and still lose. Like one person can be super aggressive and like like everyone else could be like super passive and it just wouldn't work. Like I know for Wilson's team, like Wilson, like all the laners were like super aggressive, and then we had Panda who was this like super passive jungler, and we're able to like to turn him around into a super aggressive jungler, and like it's actually been like a lot better from the start. So the whole thing I would say is like if everyone's on the same page of like play style and like overall like how to play the game, and just like it won't matter if you play straight meta picks. You could be like 5 random people go into a game and pick like Rumble top, Jace mid, Ka jungle, Lucian Thresh bot lane, and you could still lose the game just for the fact of like you guys don't have the teamwork, and they could be like all cheese picks on the enemy team. Like the amount of times I've seen cheese picks win games just for the fact they know how to play with each other is just astonishing. So that's probably the biggest thing.
And you bring up like meta picks. Like meta picks are only meta picks if you can play the champions correctly. So like they're beneficial because you have to be able to play with each other, and then you have to be able to play the champions at the right level in order for them to be in order to play them so that they are the meta pick. So like if you grab Maokai and you can't play him for shit, then there's no point in playing him. Like that's why it is like with the pros, like certain things are highly contested. So I think you're gonna have a lot more success with bans if you figure out what people are comfortable on and take that away and put them on something different. Because we're plat players, we're not perfect at every champion, or maybe some of the diamond guys are, but most of the gold and plat guys are gonna have like their 1 or 2 that they're really good on, and then nothing else.
That's basically how it's going to be. I mean, like I feel like it's just like the bans are going to be so solo queue based just in these tourneys, just for the fact until like maybe week 3, where like everyone will start banning like what everyone's strong on. Like I can tell you for a fact, I know like 3 teams. I know exactly who to ban for. Like it's pretty easy to figure out who to ban on what teams. It's just researching and knowing what teams play and what they play and how they play. So, I mean, you might see some strong teams at the start, but I wouldn't be surprised they fall down. I know Wilson's smiling over there because I know him. Like I know exactly if I was playing against him. I'm not saying the secrets, but if I was playing against you, I can, yeah. And then you have people. I'm looking at the chat, and I know there's people out there you just straight up can't ban out, aka Dev, Kappa face, of course. Like, there's a lot of like people that have like niche picks. Like the amount of times I've seen enemies Volibear ban an in-house has been just retarded. And like Wilson's
played him like
AP.
3 times.
I know, and then Wilson's AP Nidalee mid or support is always picked and like always played. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like you guys ban out the Volibear, but not the AP Nidalee. It just demolishes teams. It's kind of frustrating. It's just people just. I mean, like I said, like I like meta picks and all, but having these random picks is just great. Or like Apricot, like every time I've seen Apricot play Lee Ka and Evelyn, like that's always banned against him. But then he just plays something else and still like destroys the game. So, I feel like meta picks are just overrated. I'm a hipster here, but of course,
Played Maokai before, it was cool.
Maokai's not good anymore. Let's be real. Same for Tristan.
All right.
Ouch.
Let's move on to our community question that comes from Big Blue 12 on Reddit. He asks, with so few people participating on the subreddit, do you think teams will actually play their games to make this league actually work or progress?
I think you're gonna get a lot of it's gonna come out of gold and platinum. I mean, the people are active in the community right now, and like, who knows? Once the season starts, like, it could get a lot more because there's 60 people in the T-Lol chat room at all times, and we have 1,000 people on the website. So between North America and Europe, I think it's gonna get a lot of traction.
I also think once it actually starts, you're going to see a lot more people come out of the bushes, be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I signed up for this tournament. Let me show up and start doing stuff." Like, that's going to happen. People are going to be like, "Damn, I forgot about this." They'll start playing. Like, I mean, like it's going to grow, and that's just because it has a lot of potential and a lot of people that actually signed up and they just kind of like forgot about it. And I mean, like we have a lot of people within the just the TLOL chat alone. Like we have like you said, like 70 plus people. That's a lot. And even though like half of them are probably like just have it open and they forgot about what it was. I mean, like it definitely has a chance to grow. So I mean, you know.
I mean, if you look at the TLOL Reddit page, you have 1,160 subscribers to the TLOL Reddit page. And
Yeah.
if every single one of them actually starts participating, that's a lot of people that can grow really fast.
Yeah, and then another thing is, like, if we can get this like to seem legitimate enough, we could post the streams and stuff on like the League of Legends Reddit. Like you see like the links for the Black Monster Cup and all these other individual tournaments starting. So like if you can get, you know, a front page Reddit post, like I'm pretty sure that's what started this whole league is, you know, Charging made a Reddit post that made it the front page and got all these people here initially. So you get it going and you have some like quality games and stuff and have like a really good first showing. I think you can gain a lot that way.
I was about to say, I hope there's a Reddit post, an actual League of Legends Reddit, that will like be like, "Yo, this is our first week of this tournament, you know, of like season 0 or whatever. Come watch." And like, I'm like, this is just me being like, you know, hopeful that like we have like at least 300 viewers on our first few games. I mean, like that's hopeful at least. I mean, we might get shocked to be maybe like 1,000, but I highly doubt it's gonna be that many. But let's be real. Like, there's a chance. It's just the fact it relies heavily on League of Legends Reddit and them not posting troll crap like usual. Like, I hate that subreddit sometimes. It's too troll for me.
Like, even if we were to get, like, let's say 50 viewers, right? That's still growing an audience. Like, it's not like it's gonna stay 50 viewers forever. Like, if you just keep putting out, like, quality content, more and more people are gonna, like, recommend it to each other. More and more people are gonna get interested in watching it. And I think that it's gonna help this community grow a lot. And if we can make quality content, like the EU version of TCS Insight, not the crappy NA version, I think it'll help foster a great community. Anyone else want to add upon that topic?
I had a really good thought and I lost it. Okay. I guess it kind of goes away from that topic, so I'll let anybody else say anything first.
Well, next is last comments. So if you wanna, well, actually, let's go into who you guys think one of the better players this week are. Like, shout outs. Who do you guys want to shout out?
It's hard to do this without being biased, but if I had to give a shout out to anybody, it'd definitely be Wumplebuff, our top laner. Like through all the shitty games that we've had, he's done really well consistently. Like always winning lane and consistently just performing well even when the rest of the team is sucking. He's like our Dyrus right now.
That's exactly who I was gonna shout out. I was like, this guy can go 6-0 on Irelia and everyone else on the team can feed, and he can't carry the team, but goddamn, he's a god in lane. He's a Dyrus for sure. Like he's sleeping right now, but he'll be happy to know we shot him out. That was definitely gonna be him. I also want to shout out a lot of the more quiet people. Like I was gonna say Camoflare was definitely one of the few people I feel like he doesn't get he like everyone knows him, but he's just a very quiet dude that like he's a god if he comes out in the right setting. Who else? I have like I want to say one other person. Oh, this is just because I love my teams. I want to shout out like both my teams. You know, Illuminati Black and Illuminati White. Official name change. Yay. They're both really good teams, and definitely want to shout out like one player. And that's Fly Knight. That guy's a god. Like everyone doesn't really know him that much from in-houses because he trolls a lot, but like I've seen him just carry bot lane. I was watching some of their solo duo queue earlier today, and like he's such a good player, and he's one of the most like humble and like great play. Like I don't know, like this guy's like knowledgeable about so much stuff. I love him. And then I'm not gonna shout out anymore else. So that's who I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna put them out there.
Do you want to shout out anyone, enemy?
I'm gonna go with my team. Shout out to my team. Kimchi, Peaches, Yahaim Peaches is on my team too. And then Neo Q. And then QR is our support. Neo's our AD carry. Peaches is our top lane, and then Captain Kimchi is our mid laner. And then I'm a jungler. So I'm shouting out to them.
I'm excited for League to start so we can start talking shit about each other.
Surreal. That's our main goal here.
Yeah, like everybody's real nice this week, but like once the league starts, then there's gonna be like salt. The salt will come out.
Salt.
Yeah. When the league starts, Simran and I are actually thinking of doing a little bit of extra work, and we're probably gonna compile like stats and actually kind of give a running update on how the league's going, and probably try and do predictions of like the next week. So hopefully it'll create a lot more of a competitive atmosphere between everyone, and definitely trash talk will be present. For sure.
Present? Is that like a hint at somebody who does an awful lot of trash talk?
Yoichi.
I'll try to shy away from trash talking as one of the hosts, but I'll sneak it in once in a while.
I'm excited. It'll be fun. Some of what makes watching the LCS a lot of fun is people like Double Lift, who's just like blah blah. Everybody else is trash. Like I can't wait to find our Double Lift.
I just realized you said Prez. I didn't realize that's what you said until like, oh my. So you just like, okay, never mind. Sorry.
Did you realize that you said everyone was coming out of the bushes earlier?
I don't know.
Like league bushes. I just pictured Garen in a bush, coming out.
Alright, is there any last comments? Anything that you want to say before we end this?
I want to say like one thing because I feel like this is hurting some teams out there. Like if everyone's like in a bad spot at the end of the night of like scrims and games, everyone needs to just like go play something else. Like I know like yesterday, like a few people, me and some other people, like we literally took the day off from playing League and just played like Company of Heroes, Damned, and just like some random ass games because like this game gets stressful when you try to play it like competitively. So like I think everyone out there needs to understand like yes, you're playing as a team, but I mean like, and of course everyone wants to win, but like sometimes you need like take your team and play other games with each other, like crap, hold on. But like crap. But yeah, like just overall, like don't stress so much about like I can't like just don't stress over the game so much and try to like do other stuff besides play League with each other. I know our like Wilson's team, we played Unturned with each other for like a good week or two, just to like relieve stress from playing the game with each other. Because ranked fives can get annoying, especially when you have like a good MMR in ranked fives. Like you go against like diamond players, like oh my god, it's terrible. Like I had to sub in one game and we played with Masters and it was just like
4 Masters
whew.
and a Diamond 1. Like
it was terrible.
Yeah, those masters are fun.
It was.
I went
it was
positive.
not.
I was like 13-6
And Pew was
Everyone else
positive
was like-
too. Yeah,
Everyone else was really, really negative.
I was feeding.
really, really negative.
But I
Right.
mean, like either way, I think everyone should like take a break from League here and there and just, like relax and talk with each other. Also, keep in mind we all have a like. I know a lot of the people that watch this know about the TeamSpeak, but we do have a TeamSpeak where people can come in here and create their own channels and for their teams and stuff, and like put passwords on the channels. So like, keep that in mind that we do have that as well. So.
I will be sure to link that when I post the YouTube video. I'll be sure to link that in the description for any of you guys that are looking for the TeamSpeak info.
Should link it in the Reddit instead, and so we don't have like random people who stumble on it coming into TS and trolling us.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about the problems with the TeamSpeak right now.
Yeah, our
Um,
German friends.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for being guests on the show today. I know it's hard to take an hour out of your day to come talk with Wilson and I. I also want to thank everyone watching here today. So have a good night.
Later.
Peace.
Later.
I'll just end the recording there.
I stopped the stream too.
Okay.
I also want to say sorry.